Good morning, Spy Fox. I took the liberty of loading the dispensing machine with some of my ingenious new spy gadgets. You should take a look at some of them, Spy Fox. They may come in handy. How's your assignment going? Have you stopped that lunatic William the Kid yet?
No, not yet. But don't worry. I'll get that goat's goat one way or another.
You know, once I invented a fax machine disguised as tuna casserole.
Really? I'll have to get your recipe.
You know, once I was trying to invent an electric tissue paper. But every time I went to blow my nose, I almost got electrocuted.
How shocking. Professor Quack, what's the forecast?
Well, my spy radar here said that there is a strong possibility of there being some weather today. Don't bother me right now. I'm busy inventing a new spy gadget that will send secret messages with aromas.
You mean a gadget that writes with smells?
Yes, it's a pen that uses invisible stink.
Professor Quack, what's the forecast?
Well, my
I don't suppose you've been able to get the Asti-Spumoni fixed yet?
Do you know what the word procrastination means? You should look it up sometime. It will explain everything.
Do you mind if I take the Asti-Spumoni for a little spin?
I still haven't repaired it from the last time you took it for a little spin and spun it into that henhouse. Check back with me later. I'll see if I can get to it.
How are the car repairs going?
Oh, I'm still waiting for the ejection seat I ordered to arrive.
You know, if I took the Asti-Spumoni, I could be getting much better mileage.
And what's wrong with walking? Don't you care about the environment? Oh, you spies are getting way too dependent on these gadgets.
I don't suppose you've been able to get the Asti-Spumoni fixed yet?
Do you know what...
Hey, according to Spy Corps' database, William the Kid has 3 overdue library books.
I always suspected Kid had some latent criminal tendencies.
Hey, according to Spy Corps...
So, exactly how long does the average cow's digestive system take to process food?
You mean, well, that would be opening up a really messy topic of discussion.
Hey, according to Spy Corps' database, William the Kid has 3 overdue...
If there was just some way to see inside you.
Maybe we could call the Psychic Cows Network and let one of their friendly representatives make a prediction.
Mr. Udderly, why did you have to swallow the code in the first place? Couldn't you have put it in your pocket?
Oh, I hadn't thought of that. That would have been a lot easier in the end.
If I don't get that code out of you, I may never be able to disarm that milky weapon of destruction.
How long is your arm?
We need to find a way to see that code inside you, Mr. Udderly.
I was afraid you were going to say that. I have to warn you, I have a pretty low tolerance for pain. I once passed out from a paper cut I got licking a stamp.
So, exactly how long does the average cow's digestive system... I ask myself, if I were an evil, twisted, misguided, egotistical supervillain, where would I put my secret fortress? I ask myself.
Spy Fox, if you need anyone to watch your back while you're out there, just let me know. My entire body's a weapon.
Yes. I'll keep that in mind, Mr. Udderly. Especially if I need some help in counterintelligence.
Hey, according to Spy Corps'
I say, Spy Fox, did you know that you can put some cream in a jar and shake it for about 5 minutes and make your own butter?
I prefer my butter stirred, not shaken.
You know, if you don't stop this deranged William the Kid, I'm going to be out of a job. Do you know if they have an unemployment office on this island?
Don't worry, Mr. Udderly. A big steer with your experience can easily make some money on this island. What with the price of beef these days?
Oh, I'm so nervous about those poor dairy cows. They're so defenseless. You've just got to save them, Spy Fox. Please.
All right, don't cry over spilt milk.
Excuse me, Mr. Fox. I couldn't help noticing that you have a cowlick in your hair.
That's impossible. Your tongue can't be that long.
I say, does anybody have an idea where a cow could get a fresh pack of Cud Delicious around here?
You know, Mr. Udderly, the Medical Council has determined that cud chewing is not only habit-forming, but can also be pretty revolting.
Excuse me, Mr. Fox. I couldn't help noticing that you have a cow.
Please stand by.
Is there any reason why you're using your very expensive high-tech...
So what's the secret to your business's success?
3 things. Location, location, location.
That's one thing. How can I be sure that all these trinkets you're selling are real?
Sir, we at the Trinket Emporium unconditionally guarantee the veracity and reality of every item we sell here. If you find that anything you have purchased from us is in fact an illusion or in any way unreal, please return it to us immediately and we will give you a complete, no questions asked, refund.
Tell me, what's the difference between a souvenir and a trinket?
Souvenir is a French word meaning to remember. Trinket is a Middle English word which means small shoemaker's knife. I hope that clears it up for you, sir.
I imagine that you get pretty busy during the tourist season.
Actually, no.
Tell me, do you happen to have any white marble Cycladic figurines from either Siphonos or Syros dating somewhere between 2800 to 2300 BC?
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. Perhaps there's something else I could interest you in.
Tell me, what's the difference between a souvenir and a trinket?
What is nice about these hats is that if you tilt the top up, they give some little rectangular sweets which taste a little like soap.
I think you've got affairs mixed up with something that sounds quite similar.
Sir, could I interest you in this nice looking... drat, what are they called? It has something to do with the sound tablets, mate, when you plop them into water.
Fizz?
Yes, exactly. Can I interest you in a nice fizz?
Aren't those conical brimless hats called fezzes?
If you say so. I've always thought of them as those funny looking hats worn by old gentlemen driving those small cars in parades. Sir, could I interest you in this
Could you tell me a little about those pennants?
Yes, those are actual pennants waved by Emperor Theodosius himself at the 393 AD Olympics.
I thought Emperor Theodosius banned the Olympic Games. Why would he go around waving pennants?
Even though he cancelled the Olympics, he still had to fulfil several contractual obligations he had with several commercial sponsors, thus the pennant waving. There is an ancient Greek proverb that says, "A wise person should always have several pennants in their pocket just in case a parade goes by."
That's funny. I've studied most of the classics in my lifetime and I don't recall ever running across that one.
Yes, it's one of the more obscure ones. These patent-pending pennants make potentially perfect pets, particularly if you place the popular pennants in a periodic public competition of precision speed.
You mean hold a pennant race?
Precisely.
That's preposterous.
There is an ancient Greek proverb that says, "A wise person should..."
That's such an intelligent-looking fish. It obviously swam in the best schools.
You obviously have good taste in fish, sir. Although, I would not advise tasting this particular one.
Do you have any bigger fish?
You should have seen the one that got away.
Do you have any bigger fish?
You should have seen the one that got away.
Wait a minute, is that a genuine Teddy Roosevelt teddy bear circa 1902?
Yes, they're very rare. It may even be on the endangered antiquities list. Even the stuffing of this teddy bear is of the finest quality.
You know, stuffing is a delicious alternative to potatoes.
This particular bear was once held by the next-door neighbour of the cousin of the daughter of the secretary to the ambassador of President Teddy Roosevelt himself.
Really? That's quite a heritage to bear. What kind of stitching is that on the teddy bear? A closed hatch stitch or a double pindoodle stitch?
I was wondering that myself. This particular bear was once held by the
How much is that cute stuffed kitty you have there?
It is a little expensive, sir, but I would be happy to throw in some free stuffed kitty litter. Another advantage to this fine kitty is that it would save you a bundle on cat food.
Certainly, because it's always stuffed.
What is particularly nice about this cat is that he is so well behaved.
I can imagine.
What is particularly...
I wonder what it would be like to steer a ship with one of those.
Buy it, and you may have a hands-on experience.
Would you let me give that wheel a free test drive?
No, but if you buy it, you could take it out for a little spin. A ship's wheel like this is a very unique belly button antique.
Belly button?
Oh, I mean navel.
You know, Professor Quack could probably use that ship's wheel in one of his inventions.
Sir, I would steer clear of giving this sort of thing as a gift.
Wait just one moment. Could that possibly be the ship's steering wheel from the Titanic?
I have a sinking suspicion it might be, sir.
You know, Professor Quack could probably use that ship's wheel in one of his... Interesting. Is that an entire jar of trinkets?
Yes, my Aunt Alicia pickles them every September.
I like the jar of trinkets, but I'm wondering if you have them in cans.
It's uncanny that you would ask me that, because just this morning I ordered some. Unfortunately, they won't be here till next week.
What could anyone possibly do with a whole jar of trinkets?
It could be a paperweight. You could make a unique lamp out of it. It could be turned on its side to roll out pastry. There must be 1,000,001 uses.
Interesting. Is that an entire jar of trinkets?
Yeah. I'd love to take your money, sir, but wouldn't you like to buy something? I'd love to take your money, sir, but wouldn't you like to buy something?
Of course. It's drachmas. How much for one of those pennants?
They're quite rare. They cost 7 million drachmas. Do you have 7 million drachmas?
Not on me.
Then it does not look as though you will be buying one.
How much for the fez?
As it turns out, this fez isn't for sale, sir. This is our floor model. In fact, it's been on the floor several times, and we have a dirty floor.
I've just decided what I'm going to get my mother for her birthday. I'll take that fish up there.
Good. That thing is really beginning to smell. Let me get it down for you. Ah! Oh! Ah! Come on! Ah! 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 Oh, forget it. I just remember that there's a trade embargo on those particular fish. I'm not allowed to sell them to you.
My life needs a little direction right now. I think I'll buy that steering wheel.
Let me wrap that up for you. Ah! Oh! Ah! Come on! Ah! Oh, forget it. Sorry, the wheel's not for sale. You're welcome to come here to look at it whenever you'd like.
Gosh, thanks. What can you tell me about that slick-looking lounge lizard over there?
Him? Oh, that's Johnny Gecko. He wants to be the next Liberace of tango music. If only he had that kind of talent.
So, what do you suggest from the menu?
Last time I suggested something, I got sued for malpractice and my lawyer advised me not to make any more suggestions.
So, Bear, how's your coffee?
Mine is great, but they won't let me serve it here. But I can offer you some of the local sludge we call sewer especial.
How's business since the milk shortage?
It's been difficult for some of our customers to drag themselves away, but I have a high lactose intolerance, so it hasn't really affected me.
So, is the food here any good?
Well, between you and me, love, let's just say that it's no coincidence that you don't see any rats in this part of town.
So what does the traditional Greek food taste like?
I don't know. It's all Greek to me.
Tell me, Bear, what's a bright, muscular-looking bear like you doing in a run-down cantina like this?
I ask myself that every morning, love.
What's the story with the gravity-challenged card player over there?
Oh, watch out for him. That's Mr. Big Pig, the local mud baron. He's a notorious go fish player. The only thing he ever loses is his temper.
Tell me, Bear, what's a bright, muscular-looking... It says, entertainment, the tango.
Darling, after 60 straight days of tangos, it's no longer entertainment.
So, you like playing the tango, do you?
Oh yeah, the tango really swings you crazy, cat. Plus it's the only sheet music I have.
The people here must really love the tango.
Yeah, they do, crazy fox guy. Though they keep yelling, play something else, play something else. But hey, the tango is all I got, man.
The people here must really love the tango.
Yeah, they do.